As I'm going about my day is suddenly interrupted when as I regain my senses, my nose is overcome by the potent stench of old moist carpet. My head spinning from the impact is berated by an endless hum of fluorescent lights on maximum buzz. But that yellow wallpaper, that maddening mono-yellow wallpaper. Immediately, I realize where I am. There's only one place that can be this yellow. Mexico. Upon this realization, I immediately begin exploring and searching for resources to aid my survival, which leads me to many interesting places, such as this random pile of old clothes, a street with a few houses, an entire city, and a small shrine dedicated to the late great Chinese revolutionary politician, writer, political theorist, and founder of the People's Republic of China. Jokes aside, I did however find evidence of an extremely dangerous entity known ominously as red pea platers. Luckily, I never came across one of these deadly life forms. What isn't so lucky for me is the fact that I have no food or water, so I begin searching for these resources. As humans naturally die of dehydration within just a few days, compared to a few weeks or even months for starvation, finding water is obviously my first priority. Luckily, the Backrooms has a pool and this room, but I will only drink this water as a last resort because if the Backrooms misremembers things, then who knows what kind of disgusting toxic substances can be found festering inside these bodies of water. Heck, I wouldn't even be surprised if the bacteria monster originated from the pool, but I'll talk about him later. Instead, one might believe that I could maintain my fluids with the alcohol found throughout the Backrooms. However, alcohol is not an option because I am a very small individual who only weighs 50 kilograms, meaning that I will likely be drunk after just 3 to 4 beers. Furthermore, alcohol suppresses the release of vasopressin, a hormone produced by the brain that sends signals to the kidneys, causing them to retain fluids, which then increases urination, resulting in excess fluid loss that causes even worse dehydration. Fortunately for me, if alcoholic drinks can be found throughout the Backrooms, it's fair to assume that non-alcoholic beverages, like bottled water, can probably be found in a fridge somewhere. When it comes to finding food in the Backrooms, I haven't managed to find anything resembling human food, and even if I did, I wouldn't necessarily eat it because who knows what kind of weird life forms are living on that food. Instead, I've discovered that you can eat the asbestos-looking foam that makes up the bodies of certain still lifes, which are the Backrooms' attempt of recreating humans. However, not all still lifes are made of edible foam and are instead more accurately recreated using flesh and blood, along with the potential need to consume food, meaning that some are hostile towards me. If I'm in a situation with a hostile still life, I have two options: grab a nearby object to use as a weapon, or if there are no nearby objects, the only course of action left is to If I choose to fight, I may be able to hold my own against smaller still lifes, but would probably be no match for a larger individual who could easily overpower me. If I decide to run away, I am a fast individual, but I'm best at short distance, meaning that I could not sustain a full sprint for very long, which may be okay against a slower hostile as I could opt to jog away instead, but would require myself to outmaneuver a faster pursuer using the surrounding environment, while my small stature enables me to squeeze through small spaces too large for some pursuers. However, a downside of running away is that I may be in an unfamiliar area, meaning that I could easily turn a wrong corner, ending in a dead end, resulting in my death. but my handmade Molotov cocktail would easily kill or greatly weaken any still life and therefore enables me to make an escape. How do I make a Molotov cocktail, you ask? If you remember earlier in the video, I found the alcoholic bottle in a house with its contents used to soak the cloth found in the clothes pile, while the petrol is sourced from the crashed car, and then the cocktail is lit by a match which you could most likely find in a house somewhere. Anyways, as I continue exploring Backrooms, I discover some writing on a wall telling me not to move and stay still, which is either a reference to the iconic line from Red Notice.
Don't move! Why? Bulls have terrible eyesight, but they can sense motion.
Or the person that wrote this is trying to tell me how to survive the large bacteria monster standing just down the hall. Naturally, I try standing still, but there is one problem with this plan, because I have Tourette's, meaning that standing still is going to be hard for me to achieve. This seems bad for me because now the monster is charging towards me, fully intent on ending my life. But I have a trick up my sleeve, because you see, this monster is made from bacteria. Blend 20 all-in-one disinfectant spray kills 99.9% of viruses, germs, and bacteria, meaning that I start unloading on this MF and starts tweaking until I keep spraying and spraying and spraying like my life depends on it, because it does, till finally the life form melts away like the Wicked Witch of the West. With that out of the way, I continue walking, which is when I discover a man called Diaz and his ex-wife Makina, who both speak Spanish. Luckily, I'm able to partially communicate with them because hablo un poco de español. Both Diaz and Makina work for a company called Async and politely take me back through their personal entrance. They then proceed to ask me a bit about what I saw before letting me go, because like all 1990s private companies funded by the United States Department of Energy, they would never do anything morally wrong because that would be illegal.